Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Monday, August 24th, 2026. Coinbase launches tokenized stocks on Base. FWA kicks off its first fair NFT launch. Vaults.fyi releases a DeFi Vault creation report. And Mislav Javor joins ETH Labs. All this and more starts right now. Coinbase launched Coinbase Tokenized Stocks, equity stock shares minted natively on Base, now live for non-US users. Dividends and stock splits are handled on-chain using a multiplier mechanism that adjusts the redemption ratio without changing token balances, allowing it to be composable across the DeFi ecosystem. According to Coinbase, holders have a direct claim on the underlying share. Tokenized stocks are built on B20, a base native extension of ERC20. While the tokens are permissionless and can be transferred, only approved market makers can handle minting and redemptions of the underlying shares. Coinbase tokenized stocks are available to non-US persons and can be accessed directly from the Base app. Launch partners include Chainlink for price feeds, Aerodrome for liquidity, and Aave for borrowing against tokenized stock collateral. Fake World Assets, an NFT gacha protocol on Ethereum mainnet, launched Fair, its new NFT distribution mechanism with a 111-piece PFP collection. Eligible users were able to mint an NFT by backing it with 0.25 Ether. Both the NFT and the ETH backing got deposited into the Fake World Assets shared liquidity pool. From there, anyone could buy an entry for a shot at pulling the NFT. Winners chose between the NFT or the ETH backing. If they take the NFT, the original minter loses it but gets their ETH refunded. Minters also earned FWA token emissions. The launch drew over 8,700 purchases of about 0.1 ETH each. Nearly every user who pulled the Fair PFP NFT selected the NFT rather than the ETH backing, as prices on secondary markets ran between 1.5 to 3 Ether. FWA became the top gas-consuming protocol on Ethereum mainnet, burning north of $100,000 in ETH in the last 24 hours. One side effect of the mint frenzy was that the pool supply briefly dropped to around 400 NFTs, which pushed up the odds of pulling a rarer, higher-valued piece. It happened because each NFT sits outside the pool for a short window while the winner decides between the NFT or the ETH backing. Once that window closes, the pool supply snapped back to above 1,000. TokenWorks, the team behind FWA, said FWA PFP NFT holders will be able to stake their NFTs for early access to deploying custom user pools. Vaults.fyi released a market-wide analysis of curated DeFi vaults, covering 856 vaults across 131 curators and 18 protocols. The report found that curated vaults gained significant market share in the past year, despite a broader contraction in the supply-side DeFi market. The market share of curated vault TVL grew from 5.24 to 12.5%, totaling $11.2 billion. Just 5 curators, including Stakehouse Financial, Centaura, Gauntlet, Concrete, and Nonce Capital, managed 69% of curated vault TVL. The report noted a need for curated vaults to be underwritten as a chain of dependencies, such as collateral, counterparty, and redemption risks, rather than selected by APY alone. In other news, Mislav Javor joins ETH Labs. ETH Labs releases its Week 9 update. Mike Neuter distills enshrined proposer builder separation. Leon proposes to remove the Sync Validator Committee, and BitMine buys an additional 32,000 Ether. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.